site number 1, and it is teeny tiny, that's for sure. Not too bad. Your pedestal's right there. Not sure if this is 30 or 50 amp as well. Either way, I don't think you're going to get a 50 amp trailer in here. Typically those are a little bit longer, but this one's definitely a short pad. You are kind of teed to the road, so keep that in mind. You don't have much space depending on the size of your trailer. Hopefully you can get in here. There was a tiny trailer here. The tent pad is over here. Good call. And your water's back here. But your pedal's still kind of close, so that's a good thing. But look at the size. You can push back just a little bit. The trailer that was here was a little further back, and their jacks were kind of hanging off, and you do have a little bit of slope. And yeah, they were, because of the width, they were able to get their truck next to it as well. But again, maybe a teardrop, slightly bigger than a teardrop, would work fine here. Site number 2, you're definitely going uphill. This way is the hill, so it's kind of sloping that way. Again, another tiny one. Your pedestal in this little back corner here. Picnic table back there as well. All right, our old trailer probably would have fit on here. Probably would have had to park somewhere else, but once again, all the numbers are online, so you can definitely see what the length is of the pad. But I guess for this one, it wouldn't be too bad of an approach, because you could probably pull in down there and back up pretty easily here. This is site number 3, and we are going uphill here, so you're definitely sloping towards that pedestal. So at least this pedestal's pretty close to your site, but definitely teeny tiny teardrop size, if not just for a tent. Tiny. You got your picnic table and everything back there as well. Here's site number 4. Thing about some of these, I mean, you can see the size, but this kind of pretty much tees to the road. This is going to be, you're looking at really tiny, if not teardrop size trailers, let alone probably using tent pads. So if you can see here too, there's no pedestal nearby. I think your pedestal is way back here for site 4, so it's quite a distance. Your water looks to be way over there, so I don't know if this is bookable for RVs or if they specifically make it so that you can only do a tent here. I'm not quite sure. You also back up to whatever number that one is, which is right there. Here's number 5. So you kind of, again, teed up to the road. So if you're okay backing in, might not be too bad, because the road here is pretty wide. I definitely would pull and back in if you have a longer rig. Use the one on the left. You got some more depth there because of the tie there. It's not a rail tie, but it's like a rail tie. But again, with 5, you're way back there for your pedestal. I mean, it's way over there. So if you book number 5, there's your tent pad. This might be better for you to do tent. It may only be available to rent as a tent, but if you're going to do number 5, you're going to need an extension cord for sure for hooking up your rig, whatever rig you're bringing. Here you go, site number 6. Site 6, and got a little divot right there. Here's your road, so I don't know which way you're would want to approach. Here's an approach coming from that way, and there's, if you go around this way, that's how you get to where we are. And the pull-through sites are down around that way, and I am trying to locate any, oh, there, right there between the 2 trees. There you go. There's your pedestal, there's your water. I believe these are, this is 30 amp through here too, so, but it's a teeny tiny one, and it's pretty uphill in the back, so you'll be pretty high in the front end. I don't think you can get level. So if you're looking at doing this one, I would only do it if you are tent camping, just because you'll struggle getting level here. Here's site 7. So you got an uphill here, a pedestal right there. very short section that you can kind of even off on. So it's definitely uphill. We want to be a little bit further up in the site in order to kind of level out. Here's site 8. And I know when we got here, it was taking on full sun when we arrived. But if you got a bigger rig, it's probably going to be a good choice for you to do that one, because we struggled coming in on the corner there. You're in a straightaway, and yeah, that would be a good one to check out. Here is number 9, and we are at the front side of it here. And so here's the back end. So you come in that way. I mean, you got plenty of space to kind of come out and around. Definitely would come forward probably, maybe park behind it if we were here. It looks like the front end would be higher, and looks like we would be sloped going that way. Do be mindful about, like, our steps too is here, and then your picnic table's back that way. But here you go. There's that one for you. Here is site number 10, and this is our trailer, so I can show you this one. And when we came in, we did not come in through this direction as like a pull through. We pulled ahead and we went forward, and tried it a couple different ways. I tried staying in the street and backing in, and then I tried going straight forward to that site and then back up. That route worked better for us because the site next to us, the rail ties were in the way. But if, like, our trailer bumper to tongue is 38 feet. And as we were saying when we came in, we were afraid that we may have clipped up over here or came off this way, just because the size of the trailer in order to get around. So on the opposite side, you can see where all the hose and all that kind of stuff is, that nothing gets, we don't run any of that stuff over. The rail ties right there, right next to the edge of the curb as well. So that's what we ended up doing. You can see we're pretty low in the back end. We did not have to go up on side to side, so level side to side, but we definitely had to go up higher on the tongue side of our trailer. Here's number 11. So with this one, you come around the corner here from where the dumpster is, and be able to probably swing out this way to go up there. Now, you did take on, with this one, there was some full sun when you got here. Not too long. You got a tight bow here when you come in, so you got to be very mindful. I would say, depending on the size of your rig, you may end up having to hug like the front half of that. It is sloped, that's for sure, but there you go for 11. It gives you an idea. Here is site number 12, and the interesting part is at 12, there's your water and your pedestal. You're on the opposite side of where your hookups would be. So do keep that in mind. You'd hook up across from you. And then here's your kind of downhill. So as you back in, you got to kind of push uphill. Looks like you might be okay side to side. It's hard to tell again. But it does look like a slope in that way, and you're lower up here. So the front end's going to be high, back end's going to be low, and all that good stuff. It looks like you have a barbecue as well in this one. I'm not sure if ours has one. Here's number 13. This one would be pretty easy back into as well. There's your power pedal still there. Kind of sloped a little bit to the side. It is kind of wonky here in the beginning, so you might be kind of interesting how you would level out there. But definitely a longer rig like ours could have fit on it. Unfortunately, there's a rig on 14, so I cannot show 14, but what I can tell you is it's pretty long, and the front end of it, you will be higher. So the back end of your rig's going to be lower, but it looks like they're level side to side. I'm looking at the wheels. They don't have anything underneath to jack one side up or the other. So 14, nice and long, but you're going to be higher in the front, especially if you're a longer trailer or RV. Here's site 15. This is a pull through, and you're right across from the restrooms, and it looks like you're going slanting uphill. So this is a little bit higher than back there. So the front end's going to be a little lower than the rear. It's a nice, easy pull through site. The downfall is the shade. About maybe midday is when you will get a lot of sun here, because there's nothing above canopy wise at this site. You definitely have shade, I think, through most of the morning. So keep that in mind if you are booking during the summer. Easy in, easy out. There's no struggles, but the downfall is the shade.